Rabbit and Robot and Ribbit by C.C. Bell. Contents, Chapter 1, Ribbit. Chapter 2, Ribbit. Chapter 3, Ribbit. Chapter 4, Ribbit. Chapter 1, Ribbit. Rabbit stood at Robot's front door. "Robot does not know that I am here," said Rabbit. "I will surprise him." Rabbit rang the doorbell. Ding dong. Robot opened the door. "Surprise!" yelled Rabbit. "Hello, Rabbit," said Robot. "I was not expecting you." "Were you surprised?" asked Rabbit. "Yes," answered Robot. "Please come in." "Thanks," said Rabbit. "What's up?" "I am playing checkers," said Robot. "I love checkers," said Rabbit. "Let's play." Said Robot. "I am already engrossed in a game." "Engrossed?" said Rabbit. "Gross." "I will say that in a different way," said Robot. "I am very interested in a game already." He pointed to a small frog sitting next to the checkerboard. "Rabbit, this is Ribbit." "Ribbit," said Ribbit. "Oh, hi," said Rabbit. "Ribbit," said Ribbit. Yeah, said Rabbit. "Ribbit and I are going to finish our game," said Robot. "You can watch." Muttered Rabbit. Robot and Ribbit began to play. Rabbit watched. "Ribbit," said Ribbit. "Hee hee," giggled Robot. "Ha ha, hee." "What's so funny?" asked Rabbit. "Ribbit is humorous," said Robot. "Oh, really?" said Rabbit. "All I heard was Ribbit. That isn't funny at all." "Ribbit told a joke," explained Robot. "My built-in frog glossary can show you what Ribbit just said." Robot pushed a button on his front. A long slip of paper came out of a slot. Rabbit read it. "Upon a time there was a girl, Duck, who wanted some lipstick. She went to a store and asked the monkey behind the counter, 'Do you have any lipstick for sale?' 'Why, yes,' said the monkey. She found, I don't know what that says, a tube of lipstick to Duck." "Thanks," quacked the duck. "No, put it on my bill." "Are you kidding me?" cried Rabbit. "You got all these words from just one ribbit?" "Yes," said Robot. "Ribbit," said Ribbit. "Hee hee," giggled Robot. "Good grief," fussed Rabbit. "I don't have time for this. I have stuff to do. I have a whole list of stuff to do. I am going home." "I think you should stay," said Robot. "Humph," muttered Rabbit. "Ribbit and I are planning to watch TV," said Robot. Rabbit's ears perked up. "Really? When?" "After we finish our game," said Robot. "What show?" asked Rabbit. "Cowboy Jack Rabbit," answered Robot. "It's Ribbit's favorite show." "Cowboy Jack Rabbit? That's my favorite show too," cried Rabbit. "I know," said Robot. "I forgot to inform you about our plan. I was engrossed in the game." "Gross," said Rabbit. I think I'll stay after all." "Wonderful," said Robot. "Ribbit," said Ribbit. "Ha ha ha, hee hee," chuckled Robot. "Oh, finish your game already," said Rabbit. Chapter 2, Ribbit. Rabbit and Robot and Ribbit watched Cowboy Jack Rabbit on TV. Said Rabbit, "What are those little black things in the popcorn?" "Flies," answered Robot. "Ribbit loves flies. In fact, Ribbit is engrossed in them." "Gross," hollered Rabbit. "My good manner meter says, 'Make food that your guests will enjoy,'" said Robot. "That is why I added flies to the popcorn." What about me? Snapped Rabbit. I don't see any carrots in the popcorn. I apologize, said Robot. I did not know that you would be here. Muttered Rabbit. I didn't know that I didn't know that someone else would be here. Robot spat out a slip of paper. He read it. Aha, said Robot. My emotion decoder reports that you are jealous. Jealous? Cried Rabbit. Yes, jealous, said Robot. But you should not be. I am a friend to Ribbit. I am a friend to you too. Perhaps you can be a friend to Ribbit too. No thanks, said Rabbit. Anyone who eats flies is gross. Ribbit, said Ribbit sadly. Robot spat out more paper. Oh dear, said Robot. Did you understand what Ribbit said? No, barked Rabbit, because all Ribbit ever says is Ribbit. Ribbit is sad, said Robot. Ribbit says she would like to be your friend. She? Cried Rabbit. She also says that you are cute, says Robot. Say what? Said Rabbit. Chapter 3. Ribbit. Robot turned off the TV. That was wonderful, he said. I love when Cowboy Jackrabbit says, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. I missed that part, said Rabbit. I wasn't engrossed in the show. Someone kept staring at me. Ribbit, said Ribbit. Robot laughed. Ribbit is humorous. She said gross, just like you do. I guess that is kind of funny, agreed Rabbit. So what should we do next? Ribbit, said Ribbit. I still can't understand that frog, said Rabbit. What did she say? Ribbit said she would like to play Cowboy Jackrabbit, answered Robot. That's a great idea, said Rabbit. Rabbit found a cowboy hat in Robot's costume box. And I'll be Cowboy Jackrabbit. Ribbit's tongue zapped the hat out of Ribbit's tongue zapped the hat out of Rabbit's paws. Ribbit, she barked. Ribbit says no, said Robot. I see, snapped Rabbit. Why not? Ribbit, said Ribbit. Ribbit says that she wants to be Cowboy Jackrabbit, explained Robot. Rabbit snatched the hat back. Cowboy Jackrabbit is a boy rabbit. He is not a girl frog, said Rabbit smugly. I am a boy. I am a rabbit. Therefore, I should be Cowboy Jackrabbit. Ribbit, croaked Ribbit. She zapped the hat back. Ribbit! Oh, yeah, said Rabbit. Well, Ribbit, Ribbit, Ribbit! Ribbit stuck out her tongue. Rabbit grabbed it. This town ain't big enough for the both of us, he yelled. Robot turned up his volume knob. Halt! Angry, livid, vexed. Testy. Rabbit and Ribbit stopped. They looked at Robot. Slips of paper shot out of his slots. More slips of paper covered the floor. The slips of paper kept coming and coming. You look a little pink, Robot, said Rabbit. Are you okay? My emotion decoder is getting hot, said Robot. You are both showing many emotions. The decoder cannot keep up. I think I need to... Irate, angry, annoyed, mad, furious, miffed, caustic, livid, cross, vexed, testy. Chapter 4. Ribbit. Thunk. Oh no, moaned Rabbit. Ribbit, sniffled Ribbit. Ribbit, cried Rabbit. Is that all you can say at a time like this? Rabbit began running around Robot's house. We need to find a robot's owner's manual, he shouted. Ribbit stayed near Robot. She looked closely at his buttons and slots. Rabbit ran over to Robot's coat rack and shook it. No owner's manual here, he shouted. Read it, said Ribbit. I can't understand you, shouted Rabbit. He ran over to Robot's checkerboard and kicked it. No owner's manual here either. Read it, croaked Ribbit. Read it. I heard you the first time, yelled Rabbit. He ran over to the popcorn bowl and flipped it. Still nothing, just a bunch of coats and checkers and dead flies and a frog who refuses to help. Rabbit kept running. He shook and kicked and flipped everything in sight. Arg! Ribbit shot out her tongue. Rabbit tripped over it. He fell to the ground. Ow! Cried Rabbit. What did you do that for? Ribbit pointed to one of Robot's buttons. Read it, she croaked. I still don't understand what you're saying, Rabbit sighed. He looked carefully at Robot's buttons. Oh, he gasped. Words. Were you saying, read it? Read it, cried Ribbit. Rabbit read it. Push 4 times when overheated. Rabbit pushed the button 4 times. Robot shook and shuddered. He's waking up, shouted Rabbit. Give me a hug, Ribbit. Robot's eyes snapped open. Aha! I see a hug. He chuckled Rabbit. He let go of Ribbit. How did you revive me? Asked Robot. Ribbit figured it out, answered Rabbit. She looked closely at your buttons and slots. In fact, she was engrossed in them. Gross, said Robot. He giggled Rabbit. Ribbit saw some words on a button. He explained. She said, read it, and I did. I'm glad you listened, said Robot. Thank you both for your help. You're welcome, said Rabbit. He smiled at Ribbit. I'm sorry, Ribbit. Robot was right. I was jealous. Ribbit, said Ribbit. She said she's sorry too, didn't she? Asked Robot. Oh my gosh, these are names. She said she's sorry too, didn't she? Asked Rabbit. You are correct, said Robot. She also wants to try playing Cowboy Jackrabbit again. Yeah, said Rabbit. I know. I'll be Cowboy Jackrabbit. Robot can be Cowboy Jack Robot. And Ribbit, you can be Cowboy Jack Ribbit. Rabbit put the hat on Ribbit's head. Ribbit smiled. Rabbit, said Ribbit. She gave Rabbit a little kiss. Hee hee, giggled Robot. Humph, muttered Rabbit. The end. Boys and girls, I love that book because there's misunderstandings between characters, but also because of all of these words that we see mean the same thing. We have all of these synonyms for angry right here. Irate, spiteful, mad, caustic, testy, livid, vexed, miffed, furious, annoyed. And I like when we have these big words in books that are mostly small words. The other one was, of course, engrossed. And I was totally engrossed in reading you this book. Have a wonderful day learning, friends.